Hello, I'm Shimei,
And I'm Simone, and
and welcome
welcome
to
to
our
our
show,
show,
The
The
Situation.
Situation.
Today we're going to, first off, we want to thank you guys for watching our show. We also want to talk about our second episode. We had some issues with that, so hopefully soon that will be up. Today we're going to do a couple different things. We're going to have our first Don't You Just Hate It win, and we're going to have a couple slang words that we're going to discuss today. So, first we're going to start it with our Don't You Just Hate It win. Now, as young women in our, mid 20s, we get a lot of questions. Hmm. So one of them is, what is it? Don't you just hate it when?
You're asked why you don't have any kids when you're 25 or older.
Is something wrong with that? I don't think that anything is wrong with not having children at 25. There are many reasons. One of them may be, I'm just saying in general, one of them could be because I haven't found the right guy. That is very essential when you have children, finding the right man who you know is going to be there to be a father instead of just a daddy. And that takes time, don't you think?
Definitely so. I know me personally for the reason, a simple reason why I don't have any kids at this moment is because I don't want to raise a kid in a single family home. I was brought up that way, and I just feel like I want to offer my kid more. And if there's any way possible that I can, provide a two family, a stable home where there's a mother and a father, then by all means I want to do that. Now, I don't think 25 is, really all that old, and especially when you're at a point where you're still, looking for your way and I think I've always heard that your 20s are your learning years where you learn who you are and what you want to be and what you're about. So definitely, I mean, maybe when I get older, I would want to, press for uh, the family and the husband and the kids. But at 25, no, I think I'm still having fun living life.
And I agree. I, when you're younger, for me personally, I used to think, because I was younger, I would think, oh, when I'm 22, I want to have a kid and blah, blah, blah. But as 23 came along, I started to think, no, I need to wait because there's things I want to do. Like, like I want to buy a house. I want to have stability and be comfortable and be able to travel and do things like that and not just throw a child into the mix when I'm still not, ready to give up my freedom. I mean, this is something simple that I value as being able to walk out the door and not have to grab nothing and not have to worry about finding a babysitter. So when I'm asked why I wait or why I haven't had kids, I think that, well, I also think that a lot of older people, they feel like, they had their kids when they're younger days, so they think, oh my God, you're 27 and you don't have any kids. Are you ever gonna have kids? So yes, I am when I find the right guy and I feel that I'm ready. But right now, I like having fun. I like to go out and enjoy my freedom. Don't you enjoy your freedom?
Yeah, I mean, call it daydreaming, but I'm still waiting on the husband with the 2.5 kids and a dog and
And a white picket
that.
fence?
Yes, I want that white picket fence. But like she was saying earlier, I mean, love, live, and grow, travel, do things. I mean, I've been places that I never would have probably been able to go had I started having kids at a young
Right.
age. I mean, I'm able to just, as she said, get up and go when I want and when I feel. And I mean, there's a lot of opportunities out there. You want to make sure you're able to grasp on those opportunities. Not to say, ladies, that if you've had a kid at a young age or a couple of kids at a young age, that you haven't been able to explore and do things. But it just makes it a little bit easier when there's only you to worry about. I mean, you don't have any kids, I don't have any kids, and we're able to, do and go and as we please. Sometimes it's also once you have kids when you're very young. I mean, it becomes not just a strain on you financially, emotionally, physically, but as well as those who love you. So I mean, I think it's just an ultimate choice that you have to make.
And I feel that these days, having kids, period, it has a lot to do. Well, having kids and being able to still do things that you want to do has to do with a support system.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to have a support system in place, whether it's your cousins and you guys trade off watching each other's kids or whatever. That's something that I think is essential for you to be able to go out and still enjoy the things that you enjoyed before you
Definitely
became a
so.
parent. But at this time, me personally, I'm just going to wait till I find the right guy and we decide that we want to have kids. I kind of just feel like I want it to be something that we plan and we know that we've done certain things and we've basically established ourselves enough to know that we can give the things that our child would need, especially love
Definitely
and
love.
financial. Financial is a big, big, big part of it.
You know, you're never really financially stable. I mean, you can be well off and have kids and not be able to provide for the kid for everything that they need because you may not be emotionally there or you may not be physically there because you're working so hard that you can't provide that, that physical contact with your kid. You're never really going to be truly ready to have kids, but it's better to prepare yourself as much as possible prior to having children. So those of you who don't have any kids, please wait as long as you possibly can. Live, love, grow, understand what it is to be a parent, or at least try to. If you're getting the baby fever, as I do so very often, keep somebody else's kid. The kind
Right.
that you can give back.
Back to you, mommy. There you go.
But we're gonna go ahead and leave you with this little bit of a note. It takes men and women to raise kids,
And
not girls and boys.
exactly. And I must say this because I had this conversation last week. I think it is kind of selfish for men and women too. I think it's selfish when guys particularly go out and produce children in many different households. You just think about the fact that kids enjoy having both parents. It's more structured, more values, and they'll be a more productive person in society. Not to say that if they didn't have that, they wouldn't be, but just give them a chance at having both parents if that's possible for you.
Definitely so. So moving forward, and again, not to say that kids can't come up in two different homes, being with their mom and with their dad half time, or every other weekend, and still not be great kids. That's not what we're saying at all.
Right.
But we're just saying that try to prepare yourselves to be parents together rather than apart. So moving forward, we're gonna move to our next segment of this show, which is going to be slang words. Now, I've told you guys before that I'm from, you know,
The dirty,
the
dirty.
dirty, dirty. I'm from where they get gringy.
Right.
So don't let this accent fool you. I know how to get down with the get down. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna bring out some slang words. We're gonna give you the spellings, the definitions, and we're gonna put them in a sentence. We're gonna try to do this at least maybe once a week. We'll see how that goes. So Tanisha,
The first word I have is, well, we're going to spell it. Because my one friend, when I first met her, I ain't going to name no names, she said she was from the South. The South. So, that's Sous. The South.
I am from the South.
The South?
I'm from the South. What
So
is
next week we finna go down
South?
South.
Collard greens and cornbread South.
Right. So we live in South Nokomis. Around yonder somewhere. And what's your word today?
Well, I'm gonna put it in a sentence for you because today I got up at 5 o'clock because I knew I was forced to go to work. That's FOSEDTO. Forced to.
Say that again though.
FOSEDTO. Forced to. Ladies and gentlemen, that was supposed to go to work. Yes, supposed to.
So you were supposed to catch that. You were supposed to catch that red eye to the south.
I was supposed to catch the red eye to the south. Yes, I was. It's a little inside joke,
It is
people.
that.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and conclude this episode of
The
The
Situation.
Situation. I'm Simone.
And I'm Shanae. Let me leave you with this. We do have a new Facebook, and well, we've had it, but if you guys can actually add it from the group to our Facebook, it is facebook.com/cause, the word cause, the letter N, the letter A, and the word stir. If you could please add us and post to our discussion board. You can post something for Shanae or Simone. You can send in comments, questions, topic suggestions. Let us know if you want your name to be revealed on the show. And if you feel that you want to be a guest because you can bring anything to our show, please let us know. If you want to email us, you can email us at pausingastir@yahoo.com. We look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good night.